for example. That's a great thing for people to say. Now, we all may understand that being a super lawyer is a matter of paying the fee, or rather, applying, paying the fee. That's okay. It's still somebody else saying you're a super lawyer. And if you didn't get the plaque, get the plaque. Put it up in your office. And if you got the plaque and you gave it to your mom, get it back. She already knows you're a super lawyer, all right? She doesn't need the plaque. I'm sure she's telling everybody, all right? But, super lawyer, AVO 10.0. How many here know their AVO score right now? Raise your hand. Those of you that don't, why not? How many of you don't know what AVO is? Okay, I've been around long enough to remember when AVO was brand new, and if you don't know what it is, it's the #1 attorney rating site in the country. It was recently purchased by internet brands, Martindale Nolo people. It's not going away. When it started, many attorneys poo-pooed AVO. Oh, they can't rate me. Excuse me, they can't rate me. They don't know what they're talking about. No one's going to look at attorney ratings. No one's going to care if I'm a 6.5 and the guy down the street is a 10.0. You think that's still true? AVO advertises during the Super Bowl. What do they advertise at? Looking for a divorce lawyer? Look at AVO. You'll find the highest rated divorce lawyers in your community. Need an injury lawyer? Come to AVO. Find the highest rated injury lawyers in your community. We're going to talk about AVO in another session, but if you have a 10.0, and you should, if you've been practicing for any period of time, you should be able to get that up there, and we'll talk about how to do that. How to do that. You want to hold that out for people to see, because they're going to find it anyway. And if you can drive them to yours rather than somebody else's, that's going to differentiate you. Now, these are pictures of the office of Dan Cogdill, who's a criminal defense attorney in Texas. Some of you may have heard him. He's a pretty high-profile guy. He worked with us for a lot of years. Dan has worked very hard to win every award in the book, and Texas Lawyer of the Year, Trial Lawyer of the Year, Superstar, everything, you name it. And so what does he do with every single one of those awards? Puts it in his conference room where his clients and potential clients can see it. Because it's impressive, because it matters, because it differentiates him from his competition. Here's another example of some of these things that he has. Dan's also an avid motorcycle rider and off-road racer, and so he has put pictures of his hobby up there too, and that creates a human interest. Something that you do that's a little bit different than somebody else creates some human interest and might help you bond with somebody else, but it also makes people see that, wow, this lawyer is actually a human being. Many people don't understand that. And I think for most of you, you were human beings before you became lawyers, right? Most of you. So don't lose sight of that. That helps people bond with you. Now here's an interesting concept. There's an old saying in sales, and let's accept sales. We're all in sales. By the way, how many of you have ever had a client sign a fee agreement? Raise your hand. You made a sale. How many of you have ever won an argument in court? Raise your hand. You made a sale. Okay. How many of you ever convinced your toddler to go to bed? You made a sale. All right. All of us are in sales at one level or another. You have to accept that fact as a business owner. It's a word that a lot of lawyers struggle with. Don't. Just get past that now. It's important that you do. There is a saying in sales that goes, all other things being equal, people do business with those they know, like, and trust. Many of you are nodding your heads. You know this. You know it because it's true. It's been around a long time because it's true. But think about this. When a new client calls you for the first time, they don't know you. They may know your name. They got your phone number somewhere. They don't like you. They don't dislike you necessarily. But they don't like you yet. And they certainly don't trust you. They don't distrust you, but they don't trust you. It's your obligation, your staff's obligation, to create that relationship before they will do business with you. And answering the question, why should I hire you, helps create that know, like, and trust relationship. Now here's another interesting brain science fact for you. In order to make a buying decision, and hiring a lawyer is a buying decision. Make no mistake about that. Hiring an attorney is a buying decision. In order to make a buying decision, everybody has to have two things: an emotional connection, and we'll talk about some ways to create that, and a rational basis to justify that choice. If either one of those things is missing, a decision will not be made. This is neuroscience. That's how our brains work. We may like something, we don't really know why we like it, and that's the emotional connection, but we'll find a rational basis to choose it if in fact that's it. Your unique competitive advantages are factual reasons that differentiate your firm and create the basis to choose you. Client testimonials and reviews, these are amazing. How many of you have good testimonials and reviews online? Let's see, show of hands. Great. And I think Stephen asked how many of you have bad ones online. We had one, yeah, just one or two, and a few more hands are up this time. Okay, so I'm not the only one. Yeah, you all will eventually. But client testimonials and review, because this is somebody else telling the world how good you are at what you do. Another interesting human nature fact: you can brag about yourself all you want, and people will listen like, it's okay. But if somebody else says the same things about you, it carries far more weight and far more influence than you saying it yourself. And interestingly, even if the person saying it has a vested interest in your success, like your staff, it still carries more weight than if you say it yourself. So when you have an intake professional, and we'll talk about that role, when you have an intake professional who can say these things about you, it's much more impressive than if you say it yourself. So when you meet with that potential new client in the conference room, you don't spend 15 minutes bragging about yourself and really turning them off, because they're pre-sold. But if they can go online and see reviews and testimonials of you, that gives you third-party credibility. That gives you an influential leg up on how good you are. Let me go over this for you real quick. I know you can't read this from where you are. Here's one. Here's a 5-star review posted by Paul. Amazing. I was referred to Neil's law firm by one of my daughter's classmates in California. The office staff were perfect and took great care of us. Every single person in the office was very caring and compassionate. Our attorney, Daniel, was there for us during these tough times. He always made sure that we understood what was going on and was very understanding of our situation. We could tell that he genuinely cared about me and my case. I truly couldn't ask for a better attorney or law firm. If you are looking for an attorney, you've found the best. How would you like that to be under your name? Kelly?
Yes, I love it.
Excellent. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? And you know what's I love about some of these, and let me read you the second one from Mondo. Great job on my DUI case. They did a great job on my DUI case. I know it was a difficult case, but they got a surprisingly good result. The attorneys and the staff were very helpful, and I can tell everyone really cared and about me and my situation. You know what I like about this? I'm a bit of a grammar Nazi myself, but this is real people talking in their language, their words. Grammar errors and all, misstatements and all. And when your potential clients read these kinds of things, they are convinced you are differentiated from your competition. When's the best time to ask your client for a testimonial? When they get paid. When they get paid for you injury lawyers. How about for you divorce lawyers? When's the best time? When they enter a final decree, right? When they sign that, you're free, you're free, you're free. Hey, how about you sign a testimonial for us? Okay? Not when you hand them the bill. That's not a good time. No one's happy about that. Okay? When they're happy with you, and if you're doing a good job, as I'm sure all of you are, they are happy with you at some level. Not every result is the best result that they could possibly hope for or what they thought they were going to get, but if you've done your job well, they're happy with you and they'll give you a testimonial. Ask them for it. Ask them for it.
What's the best way to get one? I mean, do you send them to a specific website to do one?
It depends on what you're doing.
Write one?
You can ask them to if you communicate with your clients by email, send them an email.